Greetings, everybody. It's your old pal Frank here, and happy Thursday. So, folks, this is a very, very long overdue video response for the one and only Ravens Rips. You see, she recently hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and for her little, contest, giveaway, whatever you want to call it, she wanted to know the age-old question, and that is, what does music mean to you? And well, to me, music is everything. Adam of Adam's Card Closet, I was watching his video response on my way home from work this morning. And I truly believe when he says, music is medicine. Music could help you in all kinds of situations. And yes, it can. Music can help you when you're sad. Music can help you when you're happy. Music can help you when you're feeling pissed off at the world. Music can save your life. Music is the key to a lot of things. And myself, I can talk and talk when it comes to music, because growing up in a musical household, my dad, he's been playing guitar for well over 40 years. He's recorded and whatnot. Myself, I took up the guitar, but I just fiddle around on it. Like, I actually dug out my guitar today, tuned it all up, maybe not 100%. If Red Rum is watching this, he could probably tell me if it's in tune. And I love rhythm guitar. So I love, anytime I pick up a guitar, whether it be an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, whatever, I cannot help but play this little riff. I love that stuff. I know a lot of people, they're into the soloing and whatnot. That's not for me. I'll just strum that rhythm all day long if I have to. I love it. When it comes to what type of music do I like, oh boy, there's lots, And at one point, I used to say, I love everything except disco. Because, back in the day, the old adage was, disco tried to kill rock and roll. So we can't have that now, don't try playing disco around Dad. Oh, that's a big no-no. But over the years, I find there's one disco tune in particular that will come on, and I cannot help but, bob my head to it, tap my foot, whatever, possibly even start singing along to it. And that one song is Funky Town. Yes, I know, terrible, right? That's the only disco song. Or maybe Rasputin. I don't mind that song either. But anyway, there's very, very select few disco songs where I'm like, okay, it's not bad. But don't try playing the Bee Gees, because, early Bee Gees I don't mind. The pre-disco Bee Gees stuff, I don't mind. But if you try playing Staying Alive, oh no, no way, buddy. But, yeah. on my dad's side of the coin, grew up with a lot of rock and roll. Um, Everything from, you know, Bill Haley to Frank Zappa. That's that's a wide range right there. Um, then as I really got into music and that, you know, discovery, music discovery, you know, finding rare little one hit wonders and, you know, rare 45 gems, you know, on YouTube and that, you know, just, you know, nights at work, just, you know, scouring the internet. um, I grew this immense love for rockabilly. I love rockabilly so much. Um, you know, again, when it comes to rock and roll, I love the 50s stuff. You know, I love Elvis and Chuck Berry and Little Richard, Fats Domino, Jerry Lee Lewis. You know, the real the pioneers of rock and roll. You know, I love classic rock. You know, I love my Led Zeppelin and Alice Cooper, and I love you know, I love Leonard Skinner and Cream and oh my god, Uriah Heep. Oh my god. Easy Living. My favorite Uriah Heep song. That comes on, I'm just like, yes! It's so good. Um I love country music. When I was living with my mom, um very heavy country household. And man, I soaked that up like a sponge. Everything from, you know, George Jones and, you know, my mom's a huge Charlie Pride fan. So, you know, I heard Kiss an Angel Good Morning more than once. So now when I hear it, I'm just like, oh yeah, Kiss an Angel Good Morning. Yeah, you can't help it. Um, I love Johnny Cash. You know, the stories he would tell in his songs. I love Hank Williams. Oh my God, you play um, "I'm So Lonesome I Can Cry." Oh, and you just listen to that. You just sit there, put a pair of headphones on, and you listen to that song. It is beautiful. Um, you know, I love Junior Brown. I love Junior Brown because his guitar playing is lightning fast, but he has that deep voice, and you're hooked when you listen to him. I love George Jones. I said that. Um, oh man, there's so many country singers. You know, I love Waylon Jennings, um, Chris Christopherson. Uh, Man, to think of them all on the spot, it's tough, you know. But yeah, country, love country. I know a lot of people, they tend to stay away from country music. Um, Rap, not the biggest fan, but like a lot of people, I did go through a phase, you know, growing up. And I mean, you know, throughout the 90s and that, when I say rap was rap, rap and hip hop was rap and hip hop in the 90s, you know? Listening to, you know, Notorious B.I.G. I love it when you call me Big Poppy. Oh, so good. You know, listening to Tupac. I mean, I listen on the daily. Um, California Love. I love that song. You know, Tupac and Dr. Dre. Oh, there's so many awesome lines in that tune. Um, I was there for the Marshall Mathers LP and all that stuff. I grew up with all that. Man, when I was in high school, I don't know how many times me and my buddies listened to the 8 Mile soundtrack. I think we wore out his CD. We listened to it so much, you know. Um, Speaking of high school, it was in high school where um, my musical horizons were open to the genre of heavy metal. Yes. I remember my buddy Sean. He brought the Metallica Black Album to school one day. We hijacked the music class boombox and we went off into one of the little practice rooms and we put that sucker on. And don't get me wrong, Enter Sandman is an awesome track. But on the Black Album, the two songs that really stood out to me were Sad But True and The Unforgiven. I don't know what it is, but those two songs really stood out to me. And from the moment I heard Sad But True, anywhere I went, anyone who had a computer, I was looking up that song. you know? And then after that, I really started looking into more metal stuff, looking into the early days of Metallica, hearing their thrash stuff, Seek and Destroy. Oh, I love that song. Fight Fire with Fire. Like, these are like, I'm about to get into a fight, and these are like the anthems I want playing. That's that kind of stuff. I'm not saying just go out there and get into a fight. No, and then after searching into like the early stuff, then I started broadening the different subgenres of metal, from the thrash to dabbling into death metal. Not the biggest death metal fan, but I know it's not for everyone. Not everyone loves that guttural growl to the point where you don't even know what the hell they're saying. Myself personally, I just love the heavy guitar riffs, those really, chunky, sludgy, guitar riffs that sounds like a horde of zombies is coming after you. I love that stuff. Then next to metal, I love blues music. I love Dust My Broom by Elmore James. It's probably one of my favorite blues songs ever. Or I love listening to Howlin' Wolf for Little Walter, and I love ZZ Top, Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my musical influences. I could listen to Rude Mood on repeat 1,000 times over, and I will never get tired of it. His album, The Sky Is Crying, oh, so good. I love Eric Clapton, the stuff he did with Cream, solo stuff. Eric Clapton, Crossroads, by Cream is just, that is one song that any time I get, when I used to have an MP3 player, you guys remember those? If I had an MP3 player, or then when it became, putting music on my phone, Crossroads is a staple for any music device I get. I have to have that song on there, Bouncing back to metal, my favorite band of all time, metal band of all time, is Motorhead. I became a Motorhead fan, obviously being a wrestling fan. Triple H's theme song, Time to Play the Game. That's Motorhead. And I remember my uncle telling me that, yeah, that's Motorhead that does their theme song. And I'm like, Motorhead? That's such a cool name. And then looking into it and then seeing Lemmy for the first time. And I was just like, whoa, this guy is the epitome of cool. Awesome. And then I fell hard for Motorhead. So hard, actually, that if you take a look in my little display case, I actually have my little Motorhead shrine, pretty much, along with the bottle of Motorhead whiskey that I only take sips out of on the 24th and 28th of December. 24th being Lemmy's birthday, the 28th being his death anniversary. I got my awesome Motorhead belt buckle. That Blu-ray case, that's actually the Lemmy the Lemmy documentary. That's Lemmy's autobiography. The big bottle of Jack Daniels actually still has one sip of Jack in it, and I did not finish it because that last sip of Jack Daniels has been in there since 2015. December 28, 2015, the day Lemmy passed away. I got my 2 Lemmy pops in there. The bronze one is the pop of his statue at the Rainbow Bar and Grill in LA, where I hope to visit one day and actually see it in person. And then the other one, you could barely make it out on the side. That's the regular one. Got a full thing of Jack. It's just a little bottle, to have in there. And then, of course, probably my most prized possession is in that lucite case. That is a Motorhead ticket stub from the first and only Motorhead show I ever went to. And that was in September of 2015, just a couple months before Lemmy passed. And if you can make it out, it is signed by the man himself. And yeah, I will never get rid of that. So, yeah. And then, I love my comedy stuff. Parody. I mean, Weird Al. I am a Weird Al junkie. I could safely say that I have every Weird Al song he has ever done. So, yeah, I'm a little obsessed with Weird Al. I mean, I remember the first time watching UHF, and I was just like, this is awesome, and that's why I actually have the Weird Al Funko Pop up there. I still need the accompanying FYE exclusive one to go with it, but yeah. And actually, I tend to actually get Funko Pops of some of my music faves, That's why I got the Johnny Cash, and I got the Weird Al, and I got the Jimi Hendrix, because, I mean, hell, how can you not be a Jimi Hendrix, how can you love blues and rock and not be a Jimi Hendrix fan, Also, I got Iggy Pop up there. Not a huge Iggy Pop fan, but I do like Iggy Pop stuff. I like the Stooges. I love the song I Wanna Be Your Dog, It just has an awesome sound to it. And I was turned on to Iggy Pop from when I saw his cameo in the movie Cry Baby. Probably my favorite John Waters movie of all time. Again, the whole rockabilly thing plays in strongly there. And he's in there. He plays Uncle Belvedere. And I remember, I think it was Dad was telling me, he goes, oh, wow, it's Iggy Pop. And I remember then looking into Iggy Pop and seeing what a madman the guy is on stage. But, yeah, man. Not to sound like the Big Lebowski or anything, but yeah, man, it is what it is, and music is just flat out awesome. It's the best, So, my apologies for taking up nearly 20 minutes of your time today just to ramble about music in general. But in the end, I will cap this by saying, Raven, congratulations on hitting 100 plus subscribers, because I know you're past the 100 mark by now. And to anyone out there watching, take part in this VR. It's awesome, And I'd like to hear, what your musical taste is. You definitely got to hear what mine is today, And yes, down in the description below, there is a link to Raven's channel. Go check it out. She's a huge wrestling fan, along with music and other stuff. So there's a little bit of everything over there. And also, go check out Rip 'Em All. I mean, you know, he is Raven's you know, dynamic duo. So you know, go check out his channel. Link in the description as well. And actually, I was turned on to Raven's channel by Rip. So, you know, and yeah, you guys have a great day. And I leave you with this little closing riff. All right, folks. You guys have a great remaining Thursday. I'll see you back here tomorrow. So, as I say at the end of every video, folks,